I'm Leon Golson, Program Director for the Midwest AIDS Prevention Project. I've been with MAP for 13 years, providing HIV prevention for the state of Michigan. I have been living with my HIV infection for 16 years now. My job helps up my infection, and the fact that I'm infected helps inspire me to do my job. A good day is being with someone who sees me more than just this virus walking around with clothes on. Someone who wants to get to know me beyond the fact that I'm HIV positive. That's a good day. So I have a lot of good days in my present relationship. My present medical regimen is just one pill twice a day. And it's had a surprising effect. It's Trizavir I'm on. And that it took a while for it to give me a non-detectable viral load, which means the amount of HIV in my blood is in extremely low amounts. But once it got there, it's prolonged that non-detectable viral load for a very long time. I'm in actually better shape now than I was before I was HIV positive, if that makes sense. And I think it does, because one of the things I try to do is to exercise and try and eat healthier and work out, stay active, and try and reduce my stress. Trying to remember to take my medication twice a day, and just try and keep my spirits up and keep myself as productive as possible. First is the love and support of my family and my friends, which as far as my family was a complete surprise. They constantly keep me going and keep pushing me and keep supporting me. And then my relationship, 7 years, my partner's HIV negative. Hasn't left me yet. So that's a good thing. That keeps me motivated. And then my line of work as program director here at MAP, actually being able to get out in the community or sit down one-on-one with someone who's just gotten positive test results, or just thinking about getting tested. One of the important things I want to say about safer sex for people is that you're worth the effort that it takes. Some people feel that it takes a bit of effort to act on these safer sex messages. And for some people in various situations, it can be effort, it can be work, because it's not as easy as it sounds to use a condom, or to just say no, or to find something else to do sexually that may not put you at risk. Depending on where you are and what you're dealing with, it may be a challenge. It can be work and effort. Just know that you're worth it, whatever it takes to get to that point that you are finding yourself reducing your risk, taking steps to make yourself safer in every situation. You're worth it. I know that it can be an effort, because I'm a living example of someone who struggled with self-esteem and shabby communication skills, and not knowing what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like. As a result of not getting any help with all of that, and that's just the tip of the iceberg for some people, I'm HIV positive. So whatever it is that's getting in the way or making it difficult or tripping you up, be it alcohol or self-esteem or relationship, or whatever it is, know that you're worth the effort to work through whatever that is, so you can start to act on these messages about safer sex, because it's really, really important. For folks who are HIV negative, we have enough to deal with as it is. And to have someone to make us feel bad about the fact that we are positive isn't going to help the situation. So if you can just check yourselves whenever someone who's positive shares that with you, and your reaction to that would be a big step in the right direction. Help build up our self-esteem versus tearing it down. Learn all you can about safer sex and prevention, and do a self-assessment on how much of that information you're comfortable with using, and be honest with yourself about that. And then be very honest with the positive person who's in the picture. One would be the fact that I am more conscious of trying to physically take better care of myself. Another is a renewed appreciation for just a day at a time. Another is trying not to sweat the small stuff. I know it's a term that's been worn out, but it's true. I find myself just kind of letting stuff go that would usually really, really bother me. I just learn to just let it go. In the scheme of things, compared to the bigger picture out there in the universe, it's really not worth it. And even though I'm HIV positive, I've made the decision not to let that put a damper on anything I might want to do. Try and fall back on anything that's been a help to you. Hopefully something that's not self-destructive, but try and fall back on some type of support system, whether that be religious or spiritual, or talking to ancestors or what have you. Fall back on that. Try and find a place for you, particularly for those who are dealing with their just newly diagnosed with their HIV infection. Try and find a place for you that's just for you, where you can go and you can be still, or find some type of peace, kind of work out some type of game plan. I think that's very, very important, particularly for people who are infected, that they're able to secure some type of space in their world just for them. But for those who are fearful of wanting to know their status, I say to them, think back to a point when there was something else difficult in your life that you were afraid to follow through or see it through the end. Somehow, some way, you got through those difficult times. You got through whatever the consequences were that was connected to that difficult situation. Whatever strengths pulled you through, whatever supports pulled you through, that can also be used to pull you through dealing with your potential HIV positive status. Because it could also play out negative as well. You won't know until you come back to those test results. But if it's fear that's keeping you from finding out what those are in the first place, fall back on a difficult time in the past that you've had and say, now, how did I get through that? How did I face that? Because that was a scary situation to have to deal with. But somehow you faced it and you dealt with it and you're still here. Fall back on those past experiences. That's what I say. Seeing a very, very noticeable drop in HIV infection. Every now and then, a person will pull me to the side, or will send me an email, or leave me a phone message saying, well, something I said or something they went through that I facilitated really made a difference for them. But I would like to see an overall impact with these numbers drastically dropping. That's one hope for the future. That would make me feel like I'm really doing a really good job. For me personally, just good health, continued good health. Yeah, that's enough. I don't ask for much. I would like to see them get a much better handle on the medication so that it's much more affordable for people who need it without all the red tape. My message, you're worth it. Stick around. Yeah, stick around.